just shortly to start. Let's join.
Yeah.
All right. Good afternoon. How's everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. It's good to see some smiling faces. Hey, everybody's just going in. We got a lot of folks coming in. All right. Okay. Dr. Stone, do you have the Gaston group tonight?
I do, and they are here, and then they're going to join my other group at 7 o'clock for our joint class where we're going to talk to our coach. So right after we're done at 7 o'clock, we're going to meet again. So I've got Gaston and my other cohort.
Oh, good.
7.
Good. You've
We
got
couldn't
the
couldn't
good
miss
group.
your town hall, Dr. Lamb.
Oh, I know that. But I'm hoping not to take too long. But I see some of this. I see Woody and I see Wood. There's Marsha. Marsha. Everybody loves Marsha. See all my folks from last semester as well. And this is like old home weeks. Good to see everybody. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. It's time to get started. I don't want to keep you very long. This is the Legacy Town Hall. If we can get that. Now see your screen. So welcome everybody. This is the MSA program for spring 2023. This is the town hall, which serves as your advisement for the spring. And so I'll address all the issues. If you have questions, please do not hesitate to type them in, or you can unmute yourself and we'll get to you if you have questions. And so I'm going to dive right in on our materials for the evening. I sent you this town hall agenda. It was attached to the email with the link to join us tonight. I'll send it back out along with, I also had attached to it this how to apply for graduation. So let's dive right in. Commencement is Thursday and Friday, and that is not a typo.
Hey.
Okay, I got that fixed. All right, that is not a typo. The university has moved the normal Friday night, Saturday spring graduation to Thursday night and Friday. And so that is not something that we have any control over. I know that's hard for school people. So the normal is Thursday evening would be the general ceremony for the university. You would, as master students, those of you graduating, you will process in and process out. You will not cross the stage. You will simply process in and process out, and you'll be there for the speakers and the fireworks. Literally, they'll have fireworks later. Now, on Friday morning sometime, we'll have a second ceremony for only the College of Ed. Excuse me, I don't know if it'll be indoors or outdoors, but we'll have that. Now, that's the part where we will process in. You will get to cross the stage, have your name called, and you will have your hood over your arm. You'll hand it to me and Dr. Bull, and we'll hood you, and then you will proceed. You'll have your picture made and those kinds of things. So please make sure you understand that graduation, or commencement as it's more properly known, will be Thursday night for the general session and Friday, sometime Friday morning for the College of Ed. Now, two things. Make sure that you have a cap and gown. You can't cross the stage. You can't process in and out without a cap and gown. Jostens will send you a notification sometime here before too much longer about ordering those and your master's hood. So you will need a cap, a gown, and a master's hood that we will put over you. Now, if you get the braids and all those other things, I don't know where you get that stuff. I'm not in the regalia business, but make sure you know the dates. You understand it's Thursday night, Friday morning. Make sure you understand that you need a gown, a cap, and a hood that we'll put on your arm, and then we'll put the hood over you. All right, so now, that's first thing. Second thing, if you have not applied, if you're planning on graduating May 4th and 5th, and you have not applied for graduation, you need to do that tonight. So after January 25th, you got 1 week. They are going to start charging you a late fee. Now, that late fee is rather severe, and I cannot get it waived. I'll just tell you right now. They'll add somewhere between $50 and $150 to your account for a penalty or a fine if you've not applied by next week at this time. I'll just tell you right now. So you apply, you don't have to pay then. They add the $150 to your account. And so everybody, whether you're in the 5-semester 20-month program or the 3-semester 12-month program, you will all participate in both of those, and you'll pay the $150, and then you'll have to get your regalia. And again, there'll be a late fee if you apply after the 25th of this month. There'll be a late fee applied, so apply now. Again, I sent out the PowerPoint on how to apply. If you've not done that, you need to get it done. Now, let's talk about you folks who are in 603 with me, Dr. Caton and Miraglia, that are in 603, the 3-semester 12-month program, and the folks that are in 604, the 5-semester 20-month program with Dr. Sanders. So if you've got me, Dr. Caton, Miraglia, or Sanders, you will graduate this summer. So please understand how this works. Now, there is no summer graduation or commence. There is summer graduation, but not a ceremony. No commencement ceremony in the summer. That has been ended. You will be invited to come back in December for a commencement ceremony. Again, not a Dale decision, not a College of Ed decision. This is Webb Hall decision. There is no commencement this summer for you folks. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't graduate. The last Friday of summer school will be your official graduation date, and that's the date that your master's diploma will have on it. So we have to do that. Otherwise, you couldn't apply for your licensure until January. So in order that you could, in August, apply as soon as your transcript is ready, like the first week in August, you can apply to get your license updated for your new administrative license. And I'll get you the paperwork on that a little bit later this spring for both you folks in 605 and those of you who are finishing this summer. I'll send you out the licensure letter since I'm doing licensure now until we can replace the licensure officer. I'll do that, and I'll make sure that you get notified of what to do for licensure. But the big thing is, even though we're not having commencement for you at the end of summer school, the last Friday of July is the last day of summer school. Although we will not have commencement that next day, you will graduate that day. You'll be able to get your transcripts in a few days, fill out your forms, and go ahead and get your license then. It'll be pending, and then you will be invited back to the December commencement ceremony. Now, for those of you, applications for graduation for summer open March the 7th, and they'll be open from the 7th to the 25th. And after that, again, you'll have to pay a late fee if you don't apply to graduate between March the 7th and that should be March 25th. Well, actually, they'll give you to May 25th. That's correct. After March 7th, then a late fee will be charged after May 25th, that's for summer graduate. Again, there's a PowerPoint, so those of you in 603 or 604 who plan to finish this summer, don't apply now. Wait until March the 7th and apply and make sure that you get that done. I'll remind you again, and I'll send out the letter on how you get your licensure. That'll come later this semester. So it's in yellow. Make sure that you hit all your marks here, because they penalize you if you're late. They won't let you walk if you don't have a cap and gown and hood. So make sure that you're looking for an email from Jostens about getting your regalia, and understand the days and the times that we will be having ceremonies this spring. For those of you who are with Dr. Stone and Dr. Tobias in the 20-month program, that's the O section, the 03 and the 04 from Gaston. Here are the things that you're required to do this semester. You know all these things, but here are your drop dead dates. Again, they're highlighted. So let's talk about your drop dead dates. What are drop dead dates? These are the times that you got to have things done in order to finish and graduate this spring. So here they are. The 6 evidences, that's the APSEL, APTEL, OMA, skip cap, and PSYOP. They're due in your DRF portfolio by 9 a.m. on Monday, April 24th. You say, Dale, that's awful work. Well, that allows time for any possible revision and evaluation for anything that goes bad. Now, the entire DRF portfolio, which includes those 6 evidences, all your competency analysis, all your School of Ed dispositions, your competency folio, all must be uploaded, evaluated, internship log completed and signed, uploaded and evaluated by Monday, May 1st at 9 a.m. in order to complete on Thursday, May 4th. So those are your drop dead dates. Instructors will make sure that they highlight that for you, both Dr. Stone and Dr. Tobias. They will highlight, those are your drop dead dates from spring. You've got to have those 6 evidences in by Monday, April the 24th at 9 a.m. And you've got to have that portfolio, including competency folio and internship logs, done by Monday, May 1st in order to graduate. So make sure you adhere to that timeline. Now, I know all of you this should not be a problem. Those coming out of, most of you just have the PSYOP left to do this spring, so it should not be that hard to get that done. For those of you who were with Dr. Sanders in 604 this semester, you should complete your CAP and try your best to get onto the PSYOP. Now, understanding the summer is only 10 weeks long. It's at a bad time when you're trying to do testing and close out school. The drop dead date on it is 8 weeks in. So if you show up, with a lot to do, so if you can knock out your CAP this spring, and then as much of your PSYOP as you can, you'll have a great summer. If you show up owing as much in summer, you won't get through. So make sure. And again, there is no summer commencement. You'll be invited. Again, another reminder: your diploma will be dated either the last Friday or the first day of August, and that there is no ceremony this summer. You'll come December 8th and 9th to the December ceremony. That's for folks who are finishing this summer. Just as a reminder again. All right, those of you who are in 603 with me, Dr. Caton and Dr. Maraglia, here are the things. What we want to get done with you this spring is the OMA and the skip, and hopefully at least 2 of the tasks of the CAP. The reason why, again, is you've only got 8 weeks this summer. PSYOP has 6 tasks that goes with it. You've got 8 weeks, and if you show up needing the CAP and the skip and the PSYOP, that would be 10 tasks in 8 weeks. That's a tall order, plus finishing your competency folio. So as much of that as we can knock out, we're going to pace you to knock out the OMA, the skip, and at least 2 tasks of the CAP this spring. That way you have you have a chance of finishing, without killing yourself this summer. And again, there is no summer commencement for you folks. I know you're finishing, but again, no summer commission. And then the last group is the group in research and assessment with Dr. Sanders. You just have to do the APTEL this spring. This summer, you'll have me. We'll knock out the OMA, and then we may even get into the skip this summer, so that by the time that you roll out of the fall, you'll only have the PSYOP left, as will be our goal on that one. Please remember that every semester you've got to upload 80 hours for comments in your competency folio. Please don't put it in your DRF portfolio and submit it for evaluation. That's for at the end of your program, when you're completely done with all of your logs. Your semester logs go in your competency folio and request comments so that we can see. So 80 hours each semester. And as always, you can't bank hours. You can't do 160 this spring and not do any this summer. You have to do a minimum of 80 every semester to be considered a full-time intern. That's by state law in North and South Carolina. Otherwise, they don't consider you a full-time intern, and you'll have to stay another semester and just do internship only. So make sure you get your 80 hours. All of your clinical coaches too have a shell for you to upload work with them, except, if you're with me, you'll upload it in your class shell. For those of you in 603, I do my own grading. And then your coaches will work with you on the side if they need to. If you've had a previous virtual visit from your clinical coach one, the person that's located geographically in your area, if you don't need another one, then everything is fine. The reason that you might need a second virtual visit this semester is if you've moved schools or you have a new site supervisor. If that's the case, you need to contact your CC1. If you don't remember who that is, just contact me and I will put you together and we'll get you another site visit. We want to make sure that there isn't an issue at the end of the semester with having a person to sign off on your internship log. Unfortunately, that's happened before and that's why we have them signed every semester in case we move. We used to just do it at the end, and then sometimes folks had been in 2 schools or 3 or had 2 or 3 principals, and it was a devil of a time trying to get those hours signed off on. So we do it every semester. But one of the things that we want to make sure is if you've moved, that we've got that person on board. It's not going to be a problem with them signing your log at the end of the semester on your 80 hours. Here are the definitions of the people who work with you. Again, the clinical coach 1 just makes your visit. The clinical coach 2 just works with your evidences, and your evaluator is double blind. They don't coach you, they don't teach you. It's a third party person who has been trained that does state evaluation, so that your work is pre-graded, as you know, in your portfolio along the way, so that we don't wait to the end, submit it to the state, and just hope that it passes. It's already passed by the time it gets there. Now, a general note, let me stop my share. A general note. Those of you in South Carolina will continue to take the Praxis 5412 for administrative licensure. Those of you in North Carolina, we have a waiver again for this year. That waiver could end at any time. So don't be mad if you, at the end of your program, you have to take the Praxis, because they've said you're going to have to, but they've given a waiver. But you know how politicians are. They may decide to change. Now, you will be fine. We crosswalk all of those standards in the coursework, and so we have not had any problem. We had 4 to take it during Christmas, all 4 passed. We've had 1 take it since Christmas, by the way, and I think we had I don't know this for sure, but I believe we had an all-time score. We had a score of 181. We had which is ridiculously high. That's 99th percentile, and so everybody breezed through. The 5 that have taken it in the last month all breezed through. It's not a problem. So South Carolina people, you'll be fine taking the 5412. North Carolina people, if you have to take it, you'll be fine as well. But as of today, you don't have to, but that's just today. That waiver can end at any time. It's supposed to be good until August of 24, but political winds shift and change. You never know. but you'll be fine. I know you'll be well prepared for that exam. We have not had a problem with folks in that exam. I was so pleased with the scores that came in over the holidays. They were great scores all across the board. All right, so that's your advisement for the spring. Everybody should know where they are, what their responsibility is, who's working with them. They should know when they're completing their program. If they're, again, if you're finishing this spring, we will have a commencement ceremony Thursday night, Friday. If you're finishing this summer, we will not. You will be invited to the one in December. There will be one on the 8th or 9th of December. Now, this past December, it was a one-day deal. We did morning and afternoon instead of 2 days. But I don't know if that will be the same or not. They weren't happy with how that worked out. So we may go to a 2-day deal in December. I do not know, but it was at least inside. We got in and out of the rain. So that was good. But I have no notion of what it will be in December. Again, make sure if you're graduating this semester, make sure you've applied. March the 7th for those of you graduating in the summer. Make sure that you get your cap and gown and your hood. Everybody gets hooded. Everybody gets to go across the stage at the College of Education and get your hood. We had a great time this past December. They ate all the food up in about the first 15 minutes, and we ordered every pizza in town, and they ate that too. We had a tremendous crowd that came in December. We had the best time ever, and we really love to see you all. I would encourage you to come and see us this spring. We'll have a good time. We'll get pictures. We meet your families. Now I'm a big graduation person. I love it. I love to see everybody. It's not the ceremony. It's getting to see all of y'all. That really is the fun part. And so before I go, let's see what we got. Go back to pictures here. Let's see what we got. Oh, here we go. And so we get to take pictures. Everybody's got their regalia on. And yes, those are normal sized people. I'm just that big. And so we get pictures and we get to meet your family. And it is just I can't highly recommend it enough. And the personal stories that we tell, if just like this one right here, she's been with us for 10 years. She did her master's with us in Wayne County and did her doctorate. She'd been with us for 10 years. And so she was with us so long, I taught her in person at Goldsboro High School back in the day. But she'd been with us that long. And so, you become family. We get to meet your families. I got to meet her husband, her children, all those kinds of things. I mean, that's just, it's a great time. I can't recommend it highly enough. So I know that Thursday night, Friday is difficult for working people in schools. I get it. But if you can, we would love to see you that first weekend in May if you can make it. All right, what's next? We got 100 people on here tonight. That's wonderful. Questions that you have for me, let me go to the chat and see if there's anything in there that I could answer.
Chat looks fine, Dale, Dr. Lamb.
Okay. All right, so we don't have any other things. Okay, we're good to go then. All right. I can't believe it. Yeah. So, and Alicia says she's glad to practice this wave. Yeah, it does save you a few dollars and a little bit of anxiety, but you'd knock it out if you had it. It'd be great. It'd be fine. All right. So if you have questions for me, make sure I'm an email or a call away. If I don't answer the phone, that means I'm on the phone with somebody else. I'll call you right back. So
Dr. Lamb, I just want to remind my two classes that we'll meet at 7. Use the Zoom link that's in your Blackboard shell. And I believe Dr. Tobias is also meeting hers at 7 o'clock as well.
Thank you, Dr. Stone. That's true. We'll meet at 7 after this, my class. Thank y'all.
all right. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. I appreciate it. I'll send the video out and I'll send the notes and again, the PowerPoint on how to apply for graduation. As always, thank you for coming out, and always thank you for choosing Gardner Webb. All right, and Alicia, you have a question that you need to ask
Yes.
before we
So
go?
we meet tomorrow on Wednesday, 7, right?
That is
6.
correct. C4 meets tomorrow. C2 meets tonight at 7. That is
Okay,
correct.
I'm C4. Okay.
All right, and so I sent you an email yesterday, if you'll check your email, reminding of that. So the C2 group that had Dr. Stedman for class last semester meets tonight at 7. The C4 group that had Dr. Revis for class last semester meets tomorrow night. I'm gonna split y'all up, so it'll make sense when we start doing case studies. It's just too much to do, try to do in one night with 2 groups together. We've got a lot of that kind of thing, and we'll have a good time. I have more time to spend with you individually. I'd rather go more nights than put everybody together. That's just me. All right. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you again.